Oh, you heard about Poly's writing program? Yeah, it's famous. You came to the right place.
How well do our students write?
Do you know what's so unique about Poly's writing? I'm sorry you don't know that yet.
How well do our students write?
This is your chance to find it all out
right now.
Poly's curriculum is based on very detailed and systematic standards used in the United States, called the Common Core State Standards, or CCSS. Just like all the other subjects at Poly, Poly's writing curriculum is based on this standard and is designed to attain the goals set up for each age group. Learning English is a comprehensive learning process. It is nearly impossible to improve writing without improving other skills as well. When learning a language, all the skills are connected, creating a joined block that moves together as a whole. This block will crumble if you try to separate the writing block. But it does make it difficult to see how much writing we do, since all of the writing activities are integrated into our curriculum, right? Then how about looking at it like this? Did you know that each year our 6-year-olds write 1,317 words? This is equivalent to 264 sentences, or 29 pieces of writing. How about our 7-year-olds? Wow. When they become 7, they learn more vocabulary, which helps them to write more varied sentences. They write about 83 pages worth of writing, which is equivalent to writing 2 books. On average, every year, Poly students consistently write enough to fill at least 1 to 3 books worth of writing. Students learn more vocabulary, sentence structures, and writing types when they start the ELE program, especially at the age of 10, when students enter the upper levels of elementary school. They use more difficult vocabulary and complex sentence structures, so even if it seems like the amount of writing is decreasing, the time spent on writing increases. Students deliver powerful messages in short and concise sentences through advanced writing. Everything is planned out carefully through a detailed learning process. Wait, it doesn't end there. You know that writing skills improve the more you write, right? If you also add other out-of-class assignments assigned by campuses, like journals, book reports, and extra essays, wow, no wonder Poly students write so well.
Students need writing guidance suitable for each age group. In the ECP program, where students first begin writing, students combine short sentences with their drawings. As they start explaining a simple event or practice writing their opinions, they learn to write coherently according to the time order of events. In the ELE program, students are exposed to various types of writing and develop skills to write independently. Lower grades in elementary school start developing topic sentences and adding details to their writing. They learn various writing forms through model writings and repeat the process of writing similar types of writing. Not only that, they learn how to select appropriate words and various sentence structures to accurately convey facts, information, and opinions. We lay the foundations for writing in the lower grades so that in the upper grades, they can continue to develop or improve upon the writing skills they've learned. The learning process in the upper grades becomes more meticulous and detailed. In this phase, students develop their ideas using diagrams to organize their thoughts and produce structured essays. In addition, they improve writing conventions and practice writing skills, such as selecting appropriate words and sentence structures to convey the topic. In the PASS program, students encounter various types of writing that contain various subjects and complex topics. With this, they start a systematic process to produce all the different forms of writing, skillfully and persuasively. They first choose a topic and learn how to select and utilize resources by analyzing and researching the topic. They practice writing using resources, their personal experiences, and developing imaginary events and characters to produce logical and organized writing with details. Above all, to produce highly persuasive writing, they continuously practice proofreading and revising their writing. They check to see if their writing is logical and if it needs more supporting evidence. They also check for writing coherence and see if they can apply anything to further enhance their piece of writing. Oh, wait. This is not the end. There's one more important thing. You know that the most important aspect of becoming a great writer is to be a great reader, right? This has been proven through various studies for a long time. And who doesn't know that Poly is the best at reading? Did you know that the average elementary student in Korea reads about 66 books per year? Guess how many books Poly students read per year? Poly students read 389 books on average, which is about 5 times higher. If you look at the evaluation of Poly students' reading skills, you can see that through an enormous amount of reading, they have encountered enormous amounts of words. Also, when students have a higher level of reading, their comprehension improves and their reading speed increases. But it wouldn't mean that you write well just because you read a lot of books and understand them, right? Through reading, it is important to develop new background knowledge and critical thinking skills, as well as improve vocabulary, sentence structure, and grammar skills to set a strong foundation for writing. What do you think of the quality of Poly's writing? It's amazing, right?
Writing is a great way to check English proficiency because it displays not only the use of vocabulary, but also grammar.
But it doesn't mean that everyone writes well just because they're good at English.
Writing requires more than just being fluent in English. It requires skills to be expressive, logical, and persuasive. You can't improve writing skills over a short period of time. You need to regularly read examples of good quality writing and also write consistently.
Do you see all the writings here? These are our Poly students' writings. Over a long period of time, they've been steadily improving their writing skills by writing this much.
But there's more than that.
Do you see all of these writing forms? These are the forms that Poly students learn and write through the ECP, ELE, and past programs.
Our students produce various forms of writing to write about different topics and skillfully use complex forms of writing. Advanced and polished writing skills of Poly students. Check this out. These are the writings of ECP students. They are based on experiences and thoughts in short sentences with pictures. What do you think? You can see the topic of the writing just by looking at the picture, right? No matter how short the text is, it needs a main idea. That also applies to the writings of our ECP students. The writings contain titles and clear topics in their content. Do you see how the main ideas and details go together as the writing becomes longer? The writer also uses information and his or her experience in the writing. You can see the high level of sentence structure by noticing the use of appositives to add and express additional information concisely and briefly. There's more. This student writes in more detail using the 5 W's and H questions: who, what, where, when, why, and how. It is very impressive to see how the student conveyed the long content in a well-structured and organized way. This writing here clearly has the events in sequence. Furthermore, you can tell the student understood the purpose of this writing. You can see it in the way she uses inverted sentences to emphasize the information at the beginning.
For the ELE program, the writing becomes longer and more structured. A writing characteristic of the lower grades is that the structure of the text naturally unfolds from the beginning, middle, to the end in a large block of writing. Then, for the upper grades, students start organizing their writing into an introduction, body, and conclusion, which forms an essay. If you take a look at the writing of the lower grades, you can see how there is more detailed information as the writing becomes longer. A variety of transitions are used because the writing shows a chronological order. The words that are related to the topic and the expressions that fit the genre start to appear. Not only do they focus on dialogue, which is a characteristic of novels, but students also use alliteration, which is a literary device to create creative sentences. A notable point is that it vividly expresses an object as if it were visible in front of you. It also shows advanced writing skills as it conveys an image using the other senses such as smell and sound. In the upper grades, the paragraphs become clearly divided, while the topic and the supporting details become very specific. If you look closely at the details, you can see it shows various ways to express thoughts in writing, as the student compares, contrasts, and uses figurative language and examples. Even if it is based on the same topic, it is written with interrogatives to elicit the reader's thoughts. Also, it enriches the content of the writing by quoting other people's words or information to form and shape an image in the reader's mind. This writing, in particular, the solid structure of the writing, as well as the vocabulary selection and description related to the topic are all combined. The content of the writing, which includes the opinion of a writer, is also expressed well in an academic style, further enhancing the quality of the essay.
In the past program, the writing becomes more thoroughly structured and flows naturally. Also, the development of writing becomes smoother. It is important to convince the readers when writing. A strong, persuasive writing has evidence to support the opinion of the writer. This evidence is based on facts and information collected from research. Our students research, analyze, and apply the information they gather in their writing, which is a skill they need to have for university. Our students are already applying this skill in the past program. Isn't it amazing? The student grabs readers' interest and helps them relate to the topic as he or she unfolds the stories through experiences in the form of storytelling. The writer displays what he or she sees, hears, and experiences and conveys it more vividly through literary devices. In particular, we can see the use of concise but more effective sentences instead of complex and long sentences. The simple but powerful and effective sentence structures have enhanced the writing. Do you know what's more amazing? Students in the past program are already learning and using essential vocabulary of Korean high school students. Isn't it impressive how they use high-level vocabulary for their writing already?
What did you think? Are you surprised by our Poly students' writing skills? These skills aren't developed overnight. It's a result of multiple rounds of writing and revising.
At Poly, students learn to communicate through writing using a unique style that showcases their personality, tone, and approach to their subject matter.
That's how we empower writing at Poly.
By fostering unique voices in our students' work.
So, what do you think? Are you surprised?
Keeping the details
and improve skills.
That's how we do
Writing at Poly.